School was out, the sun was up, and summer had officially begun in Philadelphia. Jay, a 7-year-old with endless energy and a bright yellow bike, zipped down the sidewalk shouting, "No more homework. No more pencils, let's go have some fun." Zai, the oldest at 9, with his big laugh and even bigger ideas, clapped his hands. "Let's make this the best summer ever." And Ki, 8 years old, stood quietly smiling. He had his noise-canceling headphones on, a cool blue cap, and his favorite fidget cube in his hand. Ki was autistic, which meant his brain saw the world in special and amazing ways. He liked quiet things, colors, and most of all, routines that included fun. "Let's write a summer list," Ki said, pulling out a tiny notebook. "We'll check things off as we go." "Hold on tight," Jay laughed as they climbed into a giant swan-shaped paddleboat. Zai paddled hard with his feet while Ki looked around at the turtles sunbathing and ducks floating by. "This is peaceful," Ki whispered. "I like it here." They all agreed. FDR Park was awesome. One hot Saturday, music filled the streets of West Philly. Neighbors grilled hot dogs, kids ran through sprinklers, and grown-ups danced in the middle of the block. Jay did the worm, Zai showed off his moonwalk, and Ki danced with his hands in the air. A neighbor handed them snow cones. "Blue raspberry," Ki said with a happy squeal. "Best party ever," Zai yelled through a mouthful of cherry ice. Ki led the way through the magical museum made just for kids. Jay climbed aboard a giant bus and pretended to be the driver. Zai ran through a pretend grocery store and filled his cart with plastic fruit. Ki loved the rocket ship room and pressed every button twice. "This place is made for imaginations," Ki said. "And we've got 3 of those," Jay replied. They packed PB&J sandwiches, juice boxes, and chips. After eating, Jay and Zai raced up the famous, rocky steps, while Ki took his time counting each one. At the top, the view of the city stretched out like a giant painting. "We should draw this," Ki said. So they all pulled out crayons and started sketching. One warm night, Jay's backyard lit up with twinkling bugs. Zai chased them with a jar while Ki sat on a blanket looking up at the stars. Jay set up a tent and passed around marshmallows. "Tomorrow, we should go to Franklin Square for mini golf," Zai suggested. "Only if we get more ice cream," Jay added. Ki giggled. "Put it on the list." The summer that never ends, in their hearts, they didn't go on fancy vacations, but every day was an adventure. Jay brought the excitement, Zai brought the ideas, and Ki brought the heart, and his notebook full of memories. And when the first day of school finally came, they had a story for every single checkmark on their summer list. "Next summer?" Jay said. "Even better," Zai said. "We'll need a bigger notebook," Ki grinned.